As depressing as it is, you can tell things are getting back to normal when there are two mass shootings in less than a week. Or at least I thought, two mass shootings. In fact, there have been 7 mass shootings in 7 days in the U.S. Just 2 that were very high profile, but 5 others that also happened. I will link to this below the video so you can read about the others. But of course, I want to talk about what happened in Boulder, Colorado, and something that was brought up just a week before the shooting. So first off here, Democracy Now! Man with AR-15 assault rifle kills 10 in Boulder, Colorado supermarket. Now, I don't know how many details I need to really go through here. I think a lot of people understand, based on the headline, based on the news you've already heard, what happened here. 10 people were killed. One of them was a police officer, ages ranging here from 20 to 65. At the end of this video, I'll get to all the names of the victims. But something worth pointing out here. Another mass shooting with an AR-15. Just a week before, this was tweeted out by the NRA on March 16th. In case you missed it, a Colorado judge gave law-abiding gun owners something to celebrate. In an NRA-supported case, he ruled that the city of Boulder's ban on commonly owned rifles, AR-15s, and 10-plus round mags was preempted by state law and struck them down. Here the NRA is bragging that a ban on the AR-15 in Boulder, Colorado was struck down. This just a week before this mass shooting with an AR-15. Now, obviously, details still coming out. It's impossible to know right now whether or not, if this ban existed, would it have stopped this guy from committing this act. Impossible to know right now, but it is just incredible the timing here. You have a very specific ban that lasted for 2 years in Boulder, Colorado on AR-15s. It was struck down a week before, and then a week later, this man goes on a shooting spree with an AR-15. More here from Global News. Boulder City Council originally passed 2 ordinances banning assault weapons and large-capacity magazines in 2018. The ban was a direct response to the mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, which left 17 people dead. So, as I said, this ban had existed since 2018, was struck down just a week before this shooting. Similar trend here. I think it's pretty clear. Boulder, Orlando, Parkland, Las Vegas, Aurora, Colorado, Sandy Hook, Waffle House, San Bernardino, Midland, Odessa, Poway Synagogue, Sutherland Springs, Tree of Life Synagogue. All mass shootings, all with AR-15s. Boulder supermarket shooter ID'd as 21-year-old man. So I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to do that, but they have the man in custody. He survived. Police didn't kill him. He didn't kill himself. So maybe we'll actually, not that it matters, because what is he going to tell? But I guess we'll get a better idea of what was in this guy's brain while he was doing this. But as I said, not really sure how that's really going to help anything. Here are the victims' names. So Denny Strong, 20. Nevin Stanizik, 23. Ricky Olds, 25. Trelona Bartkowiak, 49. Suzanne Fontaine, 59. Terry Leiker, 51. Officer Eric Talley, 51. Kevin Mahoney, 61. Lynn Murray, 62. Jody Waters, 65. I just think it's crazy to live in a world where you are in constant fear. Finally, we're getting over this pandemic. And now you have Americans worrying, again, if the worry ever stopped, that at any point, anytime they're out in public doing anything, they could be the victim of a mass shooting. I don't know what else to say at this point. I've covered so many of these stories, I'm just getting tired of having to say the same thing over and over and over again. You know the issues. Lack of gun control, a serious problem here. You can look at other countries like Canada, where I live. You can still own a gun, but you have more hoops to jump through. If there were just more restrictions on people to be able to get these guns, there would be a massive reduction in these sorts of shootings. But now with the amount of guns that are out there, it's really hard to know there is no perfect solution to any of this. There's just a series of little solutions that can help to limit the amount of shootings that happen, but you're never going to completely eliminate the chance of a mass shooting. But again, that isn't really the point. The point is to limit the amount of times this happens. And right now, Americans continue, or I should say lawmakers in the US, continue doing nothing at all to prevent these mass shootings. So you can't really be surprised when they keep happening.